And we're back with another video. Who am I really?
I thought we were gonna say both at the same time. You saw that? That was all her. That was not
I didn't
me.
know you were gonna repeat.
Oh no. Look.
Ew, yum.
Hey,
That's literally all I heard right now.
No. You heard her. That was what she was saying.
I didn't know you were going to repeat what I'm saying.
No, you. I thought you wanted me to repeat what you were saying. Hey, you want to do a DJ remix?
You were the one doing that.
Oh,
all right.
I thought you wanted to say who am I?
We're not gonna. You know what? Who am I really podcast? Anyways, welcome to the sacred space. We are going to be talking about programming. How this whole world is a fucking lie. Everybody escape. This is a matrix. It's coded. Run while you can. Now, we're going to be talking about how we grew up in a system that was already planned for us since birth. Even before we were created. Okay, let's get into that. So, the system, school, work, and media, anything with politics, anything online, the news, all that shit is all set up. It's all a lie. The way that things were created, it's been like that for thousands of years, how the system is, especially school. School has been the same for thousands of years. The desk, raise your hand, be in a line to go to lunch, raise your hand, ask permission if you can use the bathroom, be respectful, don't talk to others, just like how a prison is, how it's set up. And to you, you might think that it's, school is very important, education is very important. Yes, I have nothing against that. But in reality, the minute kids go into the school system, they literally, I'm telling you, it's set up in a way that when you become an adult, right, it's just teaching you how to be an employee. It teaches you how to obey, to listen, to follow the rules and all that shit. So when you get into the workforce, it's the exact same thing. That's what I'm saying. Everything is set up since birth. Our name, what we're going to be doing, everything with that is all in the system, and it already knew. That's what I'm saying. When it comes to stuff like that, and I know a majority of people may not agree with that. With the a job is important. Yeah, I understand. You have to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. But when it comes to things like that, there's more to life than just how we were taught. Our first mentors are our parents. The way that we were raised, go to school, get good grades, get a good job. All that we've been, I can imagine 1,000% all your parents have told you the same exact thing, what I just said. And it's sad because we were all raised that way. And especially our parents, their parents taught them that and their parents taught them that. So that's been a reoccurring generational thing. And then it gets brought down to our generation. So we've been repeating the same thing over and over again. Yet we're always in a loop to wake up, go to work. Wake up, brush your teeth, eat, go to work, go to sleep, do the same thing again tomorrow. We're always moving forward, but in a loop. There's no breakage. We're literally in a hamster wheel. That's why and people don't see that. They're in the mind of, comfortability, that they're so used to their own ways, their own makings, and in reality, it's not our fault the way that we grew up with certain things, but you have to understand it is going to be your fault if you don't find a way out of it. So if you want to hop in real quick.
Yeah, systems is what they thought would unite the humanity, but the thing is, why aren't we all a united world then? Like, why is there different countries all existing? Like, I thought we were all supposed to be like unification as humans, not just be systemized or institutionalized by everything that's around us.
Yeah.
Because even the smallest things there can ever be, it could be food, it could be technology, it's already gonna consume our minds. It's small things like that. It's the system, not just the systems, it's the society. But a group of people form as an opinion that weighs on the other people as well. What man should do, what woman should do, that kind of things. But the thing is, our role was already within us ever since we were born. It's not something some kind of like society says to us,
Yeah, and I think that the minute we come to this earth, obviously we all have a mission that we need to pursue in life, but I believe that every time we we believe in is reincarnation, right? We come back again to learn our lessons. I believe that this earth is a school, and I believe obviously that we need to remember who we were, to awaken, to know that the way that the system is set up is a trap, like I'm saying. And obviously, the way we speak, a lot of people are gonna say that we're crazy. But I'm telling you, it just makes sense. It adds up that we know that this is such a recreational thing that keeps recurring, and we're not even seeing it. We're so blinded by the news, that what people are telling us, like, okay, do this. How do we know for certain what the truth is, or what is a lie, what's good, what is bad? It takes a group of people to agree that something is bad or something is good. It has to be more than one person, not one person saying anything. It can be the truth. Who knows for certain that if you're right or wrong? And then we get brought up in a system of that if you do a certain thing that people don't agree with, you're considered bad, or you just look bad, or a certain thing. And I'm like, how would you know? What if that person is right and you think that's something else? And yes, we have every right to our opinions and to what we believe in, but how do you know? So that's what I'm saying. Especially when it comes to marriage. How they want to rush women into marriage, saying have kids before it's too late. How they tell men to be a certain way, how to lead, how to protect, and how women need to be a certain way. This and that, this and that. All that has been set up many years. And it just makes sense of, like I said, school, job, marriage, this, have a house, whatever. Rushing, always rushing the person. And that's where reality, that's why people don't escape or realize that the fact that, and I'm not saying to like slow down and waste time and be lazy. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is people rush you so much that it makes you not want to do things. It makes you believe that the when time speeds up, that you're not gonna have time left, or that you think it's too late. Don't ever think like that, and don't let nobody rush into what you want to do. Your life is your life. You are the creator of your own things. I believe that the creator created us, but we create our life. We're supposed to find ourselves. We can make mistakes, many fucking mistakes. Who's to tell you that you're bad, you're this, you're that, because you made a mistake? That's what makes the person bad, to tell you that you're doing something wrong because you made a mistake. We're humans. We're not supposed to be perfect. The creator knows we're going to make mistake before we do it, right? But the thing is about mistakes is that we blame the world for our own outcomes. In reality, we're the one that made that decision. But it doesn't make you a bad person because you decide to do that, or something happened or whatever. That's life. And as long as you learn from it, if you grow from it instead of reflecting on it or let it run your whole day, then you're good. Make as many mistakes as you want. This is your life. You're gonna die. Obviously, everyone's gonna have an end time period. We don't know when, but you're gonna die. Enjoy your life. Be successful, no matter what it is you want to do in life. Find something that you connect with. Go help somebody. Give, and don't worry so much about what people tell you, about what the world wants you to be. Be you, but not saying like be yourself of how you are. Do something extraordinary. Show somebody what you're capable of. What is something you're good at that you can help another individual, become better as well. Like what we're doing. We're the messengers here. And when it comes to that, when I see just the way the world is how it's set up, that we fight, the political viewing. Oh, there's always one side to everything. No one can be on the fence on it, or that if you say something, someone gets mad at you for it, and you can't have your own opinion about it. That's the reason why people are digging their own graves and not realizing it. We're so much for the world that we forget about ourselves. We're not even revealing who we really are. We're just this blank thing on the inside, and we're just walking like a robot day by day, every single day, just following what the system says. You can break that. I feel so much free instead of following a system that doesn't even suit me. And I know our soul knows that the traditional way of working, school, what our friends say, like, oh, pay bills or whatever, or have fun at your young age, because you're later on you're gonna have to work and do all this stuff to retire. Don't fucking listen to that shit. Yes, have fun, but work for your success. Anything in life, you're gonna have setbacks and difficulties, of course, but everything in life does not need to be hard. You can achieve so many things because it's all within you and it's all within your mind.
Yes. So basically programming is this thing that gets to us all that we should do this one thing one way or another. But we're all humans. We're the ones that make rules. We're the ones that break it. We're the ones that put something here and then the other puts it there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like every mind is so different that nobody knows what they really want. They just they just believe that with what they want, will the others want too. It's like, how can there like be rules if it's gonna go for another person as well? No, like it's basically gonna be like, even if life is unfair, it's for a reason.
Right.
Cause like, ask like, if life were to be equal to everyone, there would still be something unfair about it, because life is not supposed to be fair. It's who decided that life should be fair. We're the ones that judge our own lives,
Exactly.
not just what other people would judge on what they see or anything. We're the ones that judge it ourselves. So basically, the way we carry ourselves, the way we implement our things, it's all about how we perceive it as ourselves. If you believe it should be this way, if you believe that way, it's how your mind wants to believe it.
And yeah, and you have every right to do so. That's the thing. You don't need to let nobody tell you how it's supposed to be. It's your life, and obviously in the end we'll know. But like I said, don't worry about what other people are trying to tell you. That's their life, and that's what they experience. That's what they it's like, for example, if you join a business or anything that has to do with wanting to be better or doing a certain thing, right? You're going to get people are going to say, I've done that before, that didn't work out. Yeah, that's for them because they didn't pursue it, they didn't do it actively enough for them to be like, yeah, that works out for me. It's not for everybody. Business is not for everybody. It's an example of whatever you're trying to achieve. You're going to get somebody to tell you that you can't do it. And listen, you have to learn that that's okay, because that's their way of thinking. You can't change that. People change on their own. You can't force someone to change or to awaken. They either take it or leave it. Do not force anybody to change. And of course, give advice when you can. And you do not want to be around complainers either. That's another thing. You cannot waste your time on someone who does not want to change, because that is a big waste of energy. But when it comes to that, like what I'm saying with life, don't let no one talk you out of what you want to do. Don't and it can be scary because it's coming from either family, friends, or people on the internet, whatever you're trying to do. And when it comes to that, just expect it to happen. There's going to be points of time that people are going to hate, people are going to tell you can't do things. It's all part of life. You have to understand that. So but don't let no one dictate your whole life. Do what you want to do. Be, like I said, be uniquely you. Do what you can to inspire others, to help others, achieve amazing things, because the human mind and the human of everything is so extraordinary. It's capable of everything we put our mind to. The minute we think negative, of course everything's going to be negative. The mind is so powerful, especially when we speak, especially when we manifest of the things that we attract and desire. That's how you know the mind can do anything possible. So don't let nobody tell you what to do, because that's their life. You're not yours, okay? Whatever you believe, and especially with anything, have certainty. Know that it is possible that whatever you want, you can get it.
So that's what I believe, that life has to be unfair so that we could grow, so that we could know more, so that we could, whenever times get rough or whenever times get easy, it's all on how we grab that steering wheel,
Exactly.
how we drive that car. And not everyone's gonna be, everyone might be in a highway, but everyone's going in a different way.
Exactly.
Everyone has their own path, is how I see it. So for me, life isn't fair, but it's beautiful, and that's
Exactly.
how it should be kept. Because we decide the lives, we decide if it's fair or not. But our actions, our actions are things that make us judge of what we do. Our actions, our words, our thoughts, all of those that you have within you, and all that you do internally and externally, will be for your better, for your worse.
Of you might not see it the way we do, and that's totally fine. But you have to understand that that the way our life is set up, everything's a lie. Everything that people tell you, everything's a lie. It's a setup, like I said, for thousands of years. You need to learn how to break out of it. You need to learn how to find your own way to understand what this life really means, instead of following the traditional system, like I said, of the job, school, the media. Do not follow things that obviously you don't believe in. And obviously, if you agree with it, that's okay. That's your life, like I said. But learn how to do things that it gets you away from what the 99% are doing. Get away from that, because that, not only that, it's very depressing, it's draining. It just, there's no end point with it. It's always just a repetitive cycle, and that's why I couldn't stand being in the same thing over and over again. We had to break that. I already knew we were already out of that, and of course, it still takes work, it still takes dedication, it still takes discipline, because we love to work on ourselves, we love to elevate, we love to learn more. We don't want to have a fixed mindset, no, that we think we know everything. No, we're not like that. We love to grow. We love knowledge. But like, for example, they say knowledge is power, right? I don't entirely agree with that, because knowledge is not power unless you're putting action into it. You're showing people what you actually know. Like, for example, they say Albert Einstein is the smartest person in the world, right? But obviously we know he's the smartest person in the world because he did things that were actively showing that he was smart, that he, whatever he did in obviously that time period, he was the smartest man. Like, for example, people who create cars, they build cars, Ferrari, Bugatti, their knowledge they put into action, and look what they have: luxurious, beautiful sports cars. So as I'm saying, whatever you have in your mind, pursue it. If you're something you're good at, put it out there. A lot of people would love to connect with that, but obviously don't be, with the fixed mindset of thinking that you know everything. Learn more, grow more. Even when you're successful, always learn more. Always learn about new things about other people too. Gain more knowledge, but put it into action as well. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and we will be doing another one. Yeah. Have a good night.
Have a great one.